Cold open, int. Apartment, night, flashback. Rain against glass. Sarah Collins, 27, stands frozen as Michael Reynolds storms past her, arms full of her clothes. He doesn't set them down. He throws them into the hallway like garbage. Michael, I'm done pretending, this life is enough for me. Sarah, the shop is finally turning around. I just need a little more time. Michael, you always just need more time. I found someone who doesn't. He grabs a small box off the dresser, her late mother's ring. He stops. Just for a second, his thumb runs over the box's edge, something almost like doubt crossing his face. Then he tosses it onto the pile anyway. Sarah, breaking, that was my mother's. Michael then pick it up before someone steps on it. The door slams. Sarah kneels in the wreckage, alone, clutching the ring. She doesn't cry long. Sarah, whispering, start over. Title card, he invited his poor ex-wife to his wedding, to laugh at her. Montage, Sarah's rebuilding, voiceover. She slept in her car for 11 nights before a friend offered a couch. A bank loan officer looked at her application and said the word unbankable like it was nothing. She ate instant noodles for 6 weeks straight, tracking every dollar in a notebook with her mother's ring taped inside the cover. She cold called 40 companies. 39 said no. On the 40th, a warehouse owner named Mr. Okafor gave her a shipment to manage, $300, everything riding on it. She cried once, alone in a parking lot after her third rejection in a day, then wiped her face, because no one else would. Sarah, VO, nobody rebuilds you. You rebuild yourself, one impossible day at a time. The notebook becomes a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet becomes a company. Collins Horizon Group. Int. Grand Ballroom, present day. For years since the hallway. Michael straightens his cufflinks beside his bride, Victoria Hale. Derek, you really invited her? Michael wouldn't miss it. Let her watch me marry someone who belongs in a room like this. Laughter ripples through nearby tables. A guest, I heard she works retail now. Minutes crawl. No, Sarah. Michael checks his phone, and for just a moment his bravado slips, a flicker of something quieter underneath. Michael, low, almost to himself, maybe this was a mistake. Derek, what? Michael, catching himself, forcing the grin back, nothing. She's not coming. Typical. That's when they hear it. Extension, the Ashford Hotel, continuous. A sound like distant thunder. For black SUVs roll up in tight formation around a Matt Town car. The ballroom chatter dies. A guest, who is that? Doors open in unison. Security first. Then Sarah, composed, unhurried, unrecognizable in every way that matters. Priya, the Hendricks contract needs your signature by 6. Sarah, small smile, not today. Today's just an old chapter. Int. Grand Ballroom, continuous. Silence, worse than gasps. Michael recovers too fast and crosses the room before he can stop himself. Michael, Sarah. Brought some friends? Sarah, colleagues. I don't travel light anymore. Michael, clean up nice. Flower shop doing better than I thought? Sarah, the flower shop closed 2 years ago. I started a consulting firm out of a spare bedroom. Mr. Ashworth, stunned, Collins Horizon Group. She outbid my board last spring. A second guest, that's impossible. Priya, not quietly enough, Forbes ran a feature on her last quarter. 40 million in contracts. Michael's smile thins. Someone near the back lifts a phone to film. Int. Grand Ballroom, continuous. Michael, cornered, cute story. But we both know why we really ended. You couldn't keep up. Sarah rises slowly. A long beat. She breathes, and for 1 second something flickers across her face, raw, like she might actually break. Then she doesn't. Sarah, since you brought it up, let's talk about why we ended. 3 months before you threw my clothes into that hallway, I found $40,000 missing from our savings, wired into an account under Victoria's family firm. Gasps. Victoria's glass stops halfway to her lips. Michael, sweating, that was an investment. Sarah, it wasn't. I have the statements. I have the email where you called me dead weight. Victoria, stepping down, shaking, the transfers. My father's firm. Is it true? Michael, Victoria, I can explain. Victoria, you told my father you built your company from nothing. Silence. Victoria slides the ring off her finger, holds it out, not thrown, just done. Victoria, CONT'd, I fell in love with a man who doesn't exist. Int. Grand ballroom. Sarah, I didn't come for this. Some stubborn part of me wanted to prove I turned out fine. You all believe the easiest story. It's rarely the true one. She turns to Michael, not anger now, something closer to peace. Sarah, CONT'd, the day you threw me away was the day my life finally began. I spent for years thinking you broke me. You didn't. You just showed me who I wasn't willing to be anymore. I hope the next version of you is honest. I never got that one. The richest thing I own isn't my company, it's the peace I found after losing you. She nods to Priya, turns, and walks out exactly as she arrived. Extension, the Ashford Hotel. Behind her, the ballroom erupts. Sarah doesn't look back. Priya, are you okay? Sarah, genuine, for the first time all day, better than okay. I didn't need his apology to feel finished. She gets into the car. As it pulls away, she quietly twists her mother's ring around her finger, looking out the window at the hotel fading behind her. Sarah, whispering, almost a smile, we made it, Mom. The convoy disappears down the drive. Int. Grand ballroom, later. Decorations untouched, absurd now. Michael sits alone, tie loosened. Derek approaches. Derek, Victoria's gone. Her father's lawyer already called mine. Michael, hollow, of course he did. Derek, you really thought she'd show up broken. Michael, quiet, I needed her broken. If she wasn't, everything I told myself for 4 years was a lie. He stares at the open doors Sarah walked through, late light spilling across the empty dance floor. Michael, CONT'd, she didn't even raise her voice. Derek, she didn't have to. Michael sits alone in the wreckage of his own wedding, no longer sure whether it was Sarah who fell apart today or him. The end.